Hello everybody and welcome back to our classical journey through Azeroth. I'm your host Valenfor. This little fella here is Valenfor as well, and you find us where we left off, and look, she has respawned. Pardon me. So let's get into it here. Here we go. Not hanging around to let someone else nick her. Boom. Down she goes. Silvery spinnerets obtained. Bloomin' long respawn counter. I actually checked. She can have as short as 5 minutes, or she can actually have as long as an hour, believe it or not. And there's no telling which it would be. So I think we got it unlucky. It was around probably the 40-minute mark, which really doesn't help things. But anyway, we're going to crack on here. I haven't seen the rare Timberling either, so I'm pretty sure it's either been taken out or... I mean, this guy's going to town on these things, this warrior. But anyway, nothing to do but to head now back to Dionysus. We've got Crown of the Earth and Tears of the Moon to hand in, and then we will be waving Teldrassil, Dionysus goodbye as we head on in our journey. So we're going to get rid of this and this from our bags. That will free up a little bit of bag space, which will be nice. And perhaps we should do a little bit of leather working before we leave as well. Which would then obviously give us the benefit of being able to pick up a couple of new leatherworking recipes before we go. I'm going to make a couple more quivers and whack them up on the auction house again. We've still got our other items up on the auction house at the moment, since it's only around 10 minutes since the previous episode was recorded, and as many of you know, I tend to do these in one go. So whilst a week or a couple of days will have passed for you guys, for me it's the same night as it was the previous episode, and the previous episode, believe it or not. I know in terms of levelling leatherworking, this isn't the most efficient way of doing things, because of course we're not gaining the skill levels necessarily, we're just gaining money. And using 4 light leather versus say 3 light leather here, or 2 light leather here. But I can at least make 4 of these, we just need to pick up some more coarse thread. And 4 will get us to 40, and there may be something for us to pick up at 40 leatherworking. Now, cooking wise, I could continue cooking, but I don't have any more of these little fellas because these are all been cooked. So we'll have to get ourselves some new recipes and see what there is to cook. I mean, we've got a couple here. Coyote steaks. It's going to be a while before we see coyotes. Boiled clams, however, we will start running into clam meat because a lot of the monsters in Alberdine drop clams, which also gives us an opportunity to potentially get ourselves some pearls, which again will sell fairly well on the auction house because they're used in quite a few crafting recipes. Mainly blacksmithing, weirdly, until obviously jewel crafting came along, but jewel crafting was not available at Classic. Right, so head on up. Check to see if there's anything we can do. There isn't.
Watch over you.
Leatherworking supplies. Right, okay, so let's pick up some more of this. I can't quite remember. Can we go any higher than 10? Oh, we can. Let's get a full stack.
Be careful.
Let's also feed our pet quickly. He's getting a bit antsy. And then let's make 4 of these bad boys. Anything at level 40?
May the stars
Not from her.
guide you. I am honored.
Aha, okay, so embossed leather vest. What does an embossed leather vest need? 8 light leather, but it is a green. Okay, so it gives us 2 points in stamina. That's cool. That's cool. Right, before we go and head over to the quest hand-ins, let's go and just chuck these items up on Auction House. Free up some bag space, hopefully make a little bit of cash as well. We're just going to dump them in at the same rate we did before, and since we haven't logged out since we were at the auction house, that should mean that the cached memory on how much we've put these items up for is still there. At least I think that's how it works. We'll soon find out. And of course, if I'd been on a mount at that point, I would have made that jump. But I'm not mounted yet. Okay. Yep. So let's get these up. And at least we're making some casheroonies. And so we've got to go up to the Temple of the Moon, which I haven't actually showed you guys yet, because when I had done my gathering that time before a couple of episodes ago, and I got the new pet, etc. Let's just pick up fishing train as well whilst we're here, sorry. Okay.
Feel free to browse.
Not you.
That is why I am honored.
Okay, somebody has taken the other fishing pole, that's fine. Yeah, I'd gone into Temple of Moon, picked up the quest itself, because I recall I had to read the quest out to everybody. Valenfor had been naughty and gone and done. Well, I hadn't done any quests, I just picked it up. Oh, a mount. I need a mount. Oh. So one thing that we will be getting into once we have leveled again is PvP. I don't intend on doing a massive amount of PvP, but it would be nice to be able to have a title like Corporal or Private. And as a hunter, we are actually in with quite a decent opportunity of getting a decent rank, so long as we actually, you know, push ourselves when it comes to PvP. I didn't get Grand Marshal or anywhere near Grand Marshal when I first played the game, but when I got to level 60 I did get a fair way up the rankings, and I think I was 2 away from Grand Marshal, but it was very competitive back along. It probably still is. The guy on our server had held on to Grand Marshal for I think about a year and a half or 2 years or something. So I regret the task that I have asked you to carry out, but Lady Sathra is beyond hope. It is our hope to offer the sacrifice of the spinnerets to Elune, and with this sacrifice Elune will bless Sathra so that she might be reborn and at peace. The forest murmurs for Lady Sathra, but it was something that had to be done. Thank you, Valenfor. Now you must finish the task to which you have been appointed. Take the spinnerets and offer Lady Sathra's sacrifice to Elune. Lay the great spider to rest. In this temple, find the central fountain. There is where you may leave and sacrifice. the sacrifice. The holy waters will purify and cleanse the corruption that drove Sathra mad. When you have completed this, return to me. So it's just as easy as jumping down here, breaking a leg, doing that, and there she is, the spirit of Sathra, doomed to forever wander the watery pools of the Temple of the Moon. Because if there's one thing that spiders hate, my friends, it is water. Ah, I missed my jump. How annoying. Right. Let's go hand in. And I haven't forgotten, one of these quests is going to give us a bow.
I am honored.
But it wasn't this one. But we do get cushioned booties. So let's put those on. I'm already saying goodbye to some of the armour that I crafted. How annoying. And this is one of the things. Unless you really, really went out of your way to concentrate on your crafting skills than at actual leveling, you spent more of your time trying to level your crafting skills to gain yourself armour that was better than the quest drops in certain aspects. That's something that I never really understood. I've got a feeling that they overweighted some of the crafting patterns, especially early on. Like, I mean, look at this. We've got embossed leather vest. We've just got it at 40, and granted, you know, certainly not been quick. We've probably already used about, I would say, 100 light leather just to get to 40. But this requires 8 light leather. Madness. Absolute madness. Anyway, I digress, as usual. Just waffling on. Also, as usual. Let us go and hand in at Staghelm. Right, and Staggers. I know that I did not summon you, so I cannot help but wonder why it is you have come to speak with me. This guy's such a douche. Whatever it is, please make it quick. Ah yes, the water I've requested. Tenorun and Corithorus certainly took their time in having it delivered. Shut up. Perhaps not choosing the most reliable of messengers. You're about to get slapped. Nonetheless, I can finally get back to my work then. The weight of Teldrassil's problems fall upon my shoulders, a yoke I would wish to soon be rid of. Take this, you may find use for it. Ashwood bow. Yeah. I'll make use of it by either knocking you out with it or sticking an arrow through your skull. That comes later, dear friends, that comes later. Right. What else is there to do for us here before we move on? Don't think there is anything left other than to head onwards. So let's do it. So for those of you who have watched Journey Through Azeroth Season 1 and you followed in watching Serena Lil's playthrough, you'll remember that we actually did quest out in Alberdine for a while, Darkshore. So see if you can notice the differences between this and Classic. Nah, that playthrough and Classic is what I meant to say. Right.
Elune Adore.
Yes, I have need of a courier who will take a package to Darkshore. Will you help me? Yes, indeed. The fishermen of Rutherand village do very well, for the fish here are extremely large and abundant. I would like to compare the bounty here with that of the mainland. I have a collection of fish bones and scales that I would like taken to a colleague of mine in Darkshore. His name is Laird. He is a fish vendor in the village of Oberdine. Bring my collection to our hippogriff master, Vesperistus, and speak to him about travelling to Oberdine. Okay. Lots of times you want to say Oberdine. Alberdine. So we're about to get our first ever flight.
I am listening.
How may I help you? Are you in need of transport? Ah, you wish to get this to Oberdeen. Very well. From Ruthran there are two methods of travel to Oberdeen, by ferry and by hippogriff. Both are quick and reliable, but if you've not yet flown to Oberdeen by hippogriff, then I suggest you do. It's sound advice to speak with a hippogriff master in every town that has one. Once you speak to the master, you can then fly there from other towns. Here is Nessa's collection. Speak with me again when you are ready to fly to Oberdeen and deliver Nessa's collection to the Laird. Ride a hippogriff to Oberdeen from the hippogriff master, Vespasis, and then bring Nessa's collection to the Laird. Alright,
Greetings.
I need a ride to Oberdeen. And off we go. And by the looks of things, we're not that far away from level 13. So that's cool. It's pretty swish. Obviously, the draw distance it was a lot closer, or further away rather than in the current version of the game. Obviously, you'd be able to see everything. You can't see anything. They've purposely made this area dark as well, so you can barely see the sea. Can you see? How many times can you say sea? Darkshore Threshers. We're going to have a quest to kill quite a few of those. This whole area is going to be quite swimmy. We're going to be quite often in the water. And you'll notice there are two boats here. One takes you back to Rutharan. The other, I believe, takes you to somewhere on the Eastern Kingdoms. I know that's useful information, isn't it? I'd have to go on it again to remind myself of where it goes. So, Gwyn Bly Legondi. Washed ashore. Majestic sea creatures are known to launch themselves at the Darkshore coastline, beached there until they die. Lately, these beasts have been washing ashore in ever-increasing numbers. I've been sent here by the Temple of the Moon to investigate, but the presence of murlocs along the water has made my research difficult. There's a giant sea creature washed ashore just south of Oberdeen that is ringed by the foul grey mist murlocs. Could you go there and retrieve bones from the creature for our studies? I can indeed, and there's going to be quite a few of these things just lurking around that you just end up going to click on and gaining hidden quests, basically. Have you come from Teldrassil? Tell me, how's the fishing there? A package from Nessa. Thank you, Valenfor. She told me that she would send me samples of the fish caught in Ruthram village. She thinks that they may be very different from the fish caught here. This jawbone is nearly twice the size of the same fish found here, and these scales are as big as a closed fist. Amazing. Ding. I must send a response to Nessa. She'll be very interested to know how different the fish here are from those along Teldrassil's coastline. We can only guess the cause, but it is my suspicion that the world tree itself is affecting the wildlife around it. Please take this response to Nessa. If you wish to take a hippogriff back to Rutharan, then speak with the hippogriff master, Kalies Moonfeather. If you wish to take the ferry, then one regularly departs from the dock to the northwest. Okay. So since this is our new home, I'm making it our permanent new home. At least for the time being.
I am on.
I'm devising a potion that requires rare mushrooms that grow only in a certain cave. The cave lies behind Cliff Spring Falls to the east and slightly north along the mountains. I would go there myself, but I am advised by the Grove of the Ancients to stay away from that place of venerable allies, since that the cave is the hiding place for a new evil in Darkshore. Please, Valenfor, gather the mushrooms for me, and while doing so, scout the cave to confirm the Ancients' fears. So bring 5 scabbard stalks and 1 death cap.
Go in peace.
And spend our talent point. There we go. What's this one? The hostile Moon King roam in ever-increasing numbers to our east. They once were thought to be gentle along mystical almost mystical creatures. Whilst some continue to hold reverence for them, the safety of Oberdeen forces me to keep a more realistic view. I've received reports the Moon King are being drawn to a large red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain range. No one has any idea what the crystal is or even if it really exists. I want you to locate it over there and report back to me what you find.
Farewell.
Okay. And we have some more quests here.
How may I help?
A sickness spreads across the Darkshore, gripping the minds and bodies of all it touches. The Thistlebears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid Thistlebear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here, Valenfor. Okay, so he wants me to get a rabid Thistlebear to follow me.
Ishnuala.
Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt Furbolg in Teldrassil, and I vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured or worse. I have seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the Furbolgs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption? Okay. Pretty sure there was a quest up here.
What brings you?
Hail, young night elf. I am Alicia Starbreeze, and it is my charge to protect Oberdeen from harm. To this end, I sent Balthul's Shadow Strike to observe the strange happenings around the Tower of Althallax to the northeast. It is past time that he should have returned. I worry that he has encountered some unforeseen danger in the forest. I would be most appreciative if you would find him and see that he is doing well.
Good luck, friend.
Okay. That wasn't a quest in there, was it? No. Appears we have a quest over here as well.
I have the finest wires in
Deep
the
Sea
land.
Vast Ocean quest I absolutely hate. Off the coast of Darkshore to our north are two wrecked ships, the Silver Dawning and the Mist Veil. Some time ago both ships ran afoul of the blasted Murlocs as they sailed across the vast sea into Oberdeen. They now lie at the bottom of the sea as trophies for the fiends. Both captains didn't make it out that night, and their logs and other effects are still below in lockboxes. I'd like for you to recover them for us. It would mean a lot to the crew members still around these parts. Okay,
See you soon.
we're getting some pretty pap quest rewards, if I'm honest. Explorers League quest I don't think will open up for us until we're about level 15. A bit low level for that.
What brings you here?
Easy Strider living. Okay, do you smell that delicious aroma? It's my secret recipe, Valenfor. Fresh Strider stew. Delicious. Perhaps you would be interested in learning the recipe. Before I teach you the recipe, you will need to prove that you can handle the beasts. Now, I don't expect you to go out and tame one and ride it back to me, but if you can kill a few and bring back some of the succulent meat, I may be persuaded to show you the ways of Strider stew. This quest is not available unless you have cooking, and I think over level 50. Bring back 5 Strider meat. Fine.
Good luck, friend.
If memory serves, I think it's a decent recipe as well. Thunderous Wind Reaver. Bashal Aran. The ruins of Bashal Aran to the east are overrun with demonic minions. The sprites and satyrs that have taken up residence in the area feed upon the magical energies of the area, their powers growing from continued exposure. Even with that, I have noticed that there is one shrine they will not approach. On the western side of the ruins, atop a small bluff, a strange blue aura permeates. There must be an explanation to the demon's reluctance. I would like you to investigate it. Find the source of the strange blue aura in the ruins of Bashal Aran. A hunter. A task I would ask of you. Have you seen the ruins of Emeth Aran? If not, you will find them on the eastern side of the main road, some ways to the south. Once they were the home of many powerful highborn, now they are a testament to the destruction their dabblings produced. I have been told by the sentinels that the spirits of the highborn persist and that they wield their ancient magical implements. Those relics must be appropriated so that we might destroy them. Okay. So 2 more quests there. So we're picking up a decent amount of quests here.
Ishnuala.
Let's sell some of this tut that we don't need. Okay, I mean that'll do for now. want the quest to be killing these crabs because I've got a feeling I might be able to skin them. I also can't remember if there's a quest further up that way. I swear I'm missing a couple of quests, you know. Of course, I do have to head back to Nessa, but that's gone green. Aha, okay, so here's one. I think this is for his ghostly lady friend in one of the ruins. From what I remember, in the aftermath of the battles at the Well of Eternity, I heard that Emeth Aran had been destroyed, its people dead, including my love, Anaya. I would never have thought thousands of years later that memories of Anaya would still haunt my dreams. Wandering the woods of Darkshore in a stupor, I found myself in the ruins of Emeth Aran, where I saw the haunted spirit of my beloved. She must be freed, but I lack the heart to do it. Her spirit must be destroyed.
May the stars guide.
Alright, mate. No worries. Yes, I thought I was missing a few quests. Look, there's Gubble Blump. Gubble Blump. We're going to get a new rod from him, I believe. Whiz Bang Crank Toggle. Okay, Buzzbox 827. Hey, help me with my latest invention, the Buzzbox. You can talk to people far away. Maybe you've already seen them. They're boxes with levers on them. The only problem is they need constant maintenance. Each one suffers from a different problem, but I made a really smart decision. I placed each one near crates that have the proper parts to fix that particular machine. Right now, Buzzbox 827 is on the fritz. It's just south of Albadine, really close. It takes 6 crawler legs to fix it. I'll pay you.
You have a great day now.
You have a great day now. I came to Albadine because of the quiet. I want to invent my inventions where it's quiet because after a night of drinking, I don't like all the noise of Ironforge. So I took a ship to Albadine and had a little too much to drink on the way. I dropped my box of gaffer jacks overboard. I need my gaffer jacks. I don't know exactly where I dropped them, but if you fish for them in the ocean, you might get lucky. Bring 8 gaffer jacks to Whiz Bang Crank Toggle. A fishing quest, no less. Of course is good because we leveled up fishing before we left, and we will probably get some fishing done because
What can I do for you?
this guy has a fishing quest as well. I love fishing. The Blump family is known for fishing. My name is Gubba Blump. I fish. There's a kind of fish I like to catch around these parts called Darkshore Grouper. I used to go out on a boat to fish for grouper, but no boat's been going out since them mean old Murlocs moved in. I bet they've been eating up all the grouper too. Say, you want to help me catch Darkshore Grouper? I'd give you a bona fide Blump family fishing pole if you did. It's a real good pole to catch fish with. It is. It gives you +3 to fishing. So, okay.
Off with you. Great to meet you.
And he sells shiny baubles.
Watch your back.
So we're going to stand on here, equip our fishing pole, and probably do that as well. And we're going to get to fishing. We're going to get gaffer jacks and the groupers. Gaffer jacks and no, that one. There we go. So far all we've got is raw slither skin mackerel. There's a recipe for cooking that. There's a recipe for cooking quite a lot of this stuff, but I know specifically that there is a recipe for cooking that fish specifically. Right, come on you little beasties. Start biting. Sometimes you can get lucky and get a Darkshore grouper with another fish, or a gafferjack and a fish. There's one grouper. Another one of those quests where I have a feeling the drop rate wasn't the greatest. There's a gafferjack. We'll just chill with the sounds of the ocean at the moment and the plinky plunky music. Grouper and a gafferjack, fantastic. So far so good. I'll just zoom in a little bit, I suppose. I just don't like it when the bobber goes right in front of you and you can't see it. Which is sometimes why I tilt the camera just to the side. Potentially we're going to net off 2 quests here, so long as these come in. And we will then have ourselves some fish that we can feed to Scratchy if he gets hungry. Or failing that, hold on to and hopefully find a recipe. Yeah. We've got the Night Elf Warrior that's decided to swim here from somewhere. I'm not sure where. Maybe that island over there. It's another grouper. Missing out on those gafferjacks. Another grouper. And this is a weird one because you don't actually need the quest to be able to fish up these groupers. They just come out whether you've got the quest or not. So you may find that we end up actually getting more than 6. It's one of those weird things. And then I don't want to just end the episode on handing in Dionysus to coming to Albadine to then just do some fishing and that's it. Oh, I'm picking up a load of quests, of course. We've probably spent about 10 minutes listening to my voice. But we'll get the fishing quest done and we're going to just head a little ways up the sea. Try and take out some crabs. Get the crabby stuff that we need. And maybe that dead body of the sea monster that the other lady was waffling on about. Still really shocked by the fact that we haven't had any more. Ooh, what was that? A message in a bottle. We've got Scroll of Stamina. Very nice too. Aha! Another gafferjack. Gafferjack and Bubba Gump. And a Darkshore grouper. Come on, RNG gods, don't let me down. Wow, this one hasn't even bobbed yet. Right. I'm going to do 2 more casts. I can get the rest of these off camera if needs be. At least we've got one of the things. Yeah, okay. Whack our dagger back on. There we go. Where's our pet gone? Attack! Crawler leg and a crawler claw, because I think the claws we need for something else. There's quite a few other people doing this though. Crawler meat, that's always good. Got a mage over here, okay, fine, fine. You know what, I've actually noticed quite a few more humans, dwarfs and gnomes coming to Kalimdor to quest. Aha. What we don't want is to leave anything that we're going to be able to use behind, so let's do that. I didn't want that though, I wanted that because it gives us clam meat, which of course we don't have room for. Let's get rid of the small spider leg. Here we go. Don't think we've got anything in that one. Another clam.
Inventory is full.
Another clammykins. Yeah, and I recall these guys being a pest as well. The respawn on them is fairly quick, so we've got to be quick ourselves in taking these things down. Of course, they run as well.
I need to get closer.
Okay, there's the seabone creatures done. Nothing again, really. Oh, congratulations to Scratchy there. Right, what should I get rid of here? Probably the slither skin mackerel. Clams are worth more to me. Crawler leg. And hopefully this be the last one. Fantastic. So here's the first of the buzz boxes that we hand into. This is what the guy was referring to, a box with switches on. So Buzzbox 8227 sits with the eerie silence. A single flashing light indicates that it needs 6 crawler legs to be placed in its holding box. As you place the crawler legs inside the machine, you hear gears begin to grind. Judging from the banging sounds coming from the Buzzbox, you believe the crawler legs are being put in their proper place. Soon the machine begins to hum and you hear a tiny voice calling out from within. Hello? Hello? Oh, you fixed it. Oh, this is Whizbang, by the way. Thanks a lot. Hey, you wouldn't want to fix another one, would you? Tiny voice crackles from deep within the machine. Whizbang here. The next Buzzbox is north of Alberdine on the beach. So that Buzzbox is number 411 and it needs 3 fresher eyes for its repairs. They're just off the coast. The Darkshore Threshers. Sorry about that. Just like last time. When you give the Buzzbox the goods, it'll spit out your reward. What? No, I'm fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's drinking is what he's doing. The annoying little bugger. So we will go and hand in at Gutter Blump.
Safe travels.
And yes, he does have another quest. But I don't think that one becomes available until much later. I think around level 20 because it's to do with a quest in a dungeon. It's only recently that these creatures started landing on the coast of Darkshore in such alarming numbers. I can't help but think that this is an ill omen of some sort. Recovering a sample of that creature's bones to the south would help us in Darnassus assess the situation. I hope the Murloc did not give you much trouble in collecting this for us. I'll be sure to get this on the next hippogriff to Darnassus. The Temple of Moon has given me some funds to hand out for assistance. Please have some with our thanks. Your success here emboldens me to offer you a chance to aid the Temple of Arum further, if you are interested. That beach creature is not an isolated incident here in Darkshore. There are more along the coastline, even in the water. I would like for you to investigate another one that we know of. This one was reported to be in the water due west of Alberdine, close to a sunken vessel. Return to me with anything that you may recover that would aid our research. Also, in your travels you may find other creatures. By all means, if you should discover anything, then please bring it to our attention. This one's going to give us a 2 intellect belt, which hunters need everything, guys. Hunters absolutely need everything, other than perhaps strength, unless they're a survival hunter. But we need agility for our bow, we need stamina for our health, we need intellect for our mana, we need spirit for our recovery. Yes, that is why we are the most
I am honored.
feared and hated class in the game by all other classes. We're heading back to Darnassus now. I'm calling it here though. I will go and get some of the stuff done off camera and I will meet you back in Darkshore. But really hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, please do all those lovely social media things. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you next time for more in our classical journey through Azeroth. But until then, take care, thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.